starters. First, for the Arellano University Chiefs. At forward number 9, Levy Hernandez. Power forward number 10, Nico Banga. Center number 12, Prince Capital. The off guard number 4, Donald Gumaro. And at point guard number 6, Giovanni Halalon. The head coach of the Chiefs is Jerry Codinera. And now the starting five of the Perpetual Hill Baltas. Off guard number 6, Earl Thompson. Point guard number 18, Joel Holangkop. At center number 15, Justin Arellano. Power forward number 9, Harold Arboleda. And at forward number 16, Junric Baloria. Head coach of the Altas, Eric Del Rosario.
Also an interesting matchup to look at, Coach Eric, the coaching battles. As we will witness the old school in Eric Del Rosario and a new breed of head coaches, a PBA great in Jericho Deniera. His second stint as a collegiate head coach, definitely a much more successful one, a better fit para sa kanya here with Arellano.
Pero maganda nangyayari for Coach Jerry because, you know, yung record nga, as we have discussed at the top of the coverage, ang laki ng improvement ng Arellano through the years. At tama-tama naman, inaanin ni Coach Jerry Codinera ang development ng mga players ng Arellano.
Coach Eric, kadalasan makikita natin if you're a rookie head coach, maghahanda ka for adjustment. Maghahanda ka, quite frankly, na matalo muna sa umpisa as Caperal gets the game started with the first field goal. No such case para dito sa Arellano and Coach Jericho Deniera. They picked it up since day one and they ran with it literally and figuratively.
You know, they actually embraced that system of Coach Jericho Deniera. So the good thing about that is it's translating into wins. And any ball club or any team for that matter would be glad to have a coach in your roster.
It's the big men getting started dito. Si Justin Alano ang unang gumawa para dito sa Perpetual help. Prince Caperal, the first converter for the Chiefs. Here's Halalon, out to Gumaru. Giovanni for 3. Back rimmed it, rebound goes to Scott Thompson. Thompson running the break, Holangkop. Arboleda in the corner. 14 nasa shot clock ng Perpetual help. Baloria won't be shy, knocks it down for 3.
There's a tall guy in front of him and he still took that shot with a lot of confidence.
If there's one thing we know about Dito Junric Baloria, he has not seen a shot that he doesn't like. Oozing with confidence is this scorer, as that's a beautiful play but can't be converted as Gumaru misses. Thompson takes it away. Thompson, one guy to beat, he will sky, he'll go to the other side, that's a miss. Arellano recovers, 2-on-1. Halalon, binali pa. It's gonna be a foul in Holangkop. Will be triggered with the first personal of this ball game as Halalon
took it really strong to the basket. But libre yung kanyang teammate dun sa ilalim. Hindi lang niya naibigay kagad yung bola because hindi you know, he had it in full throttle. Nakapuela na siya kaya dinire-diretso na to the basket. And nabigyan naman siya ng foul.
Pinakita pa yung bola before the attempted finish by Halalon. First free throw will be short for Giovanni, one of the more complete point guard packages we see here in this season in the NCAA, apart from his teammate John Pinto. Thompson, who plays a lot of point guard virtually for his team. Basera Mer. Itong si Halalon really included himself in that conversation among the top point guards in the NCAA today.
Yeah, speaking of being a top point guard, he's actually shooting 59% from two-point range. So you can see that normally point guards, the great point guards, they have high percentage, lalong-lalo na pag nabigyan mo ng opening.
Caperal off to a good start. His first 2 jumpers are good. Prince Caperal expected this year, Coach Eric, to be the main guy para sa Arellano. Expected to be one of the best big men in all of college. Hindi napaganda yung umpisa ni Prince Caperal this season. Kaagaw sa minuto si John C. Holtz. But so far, he's proving bakit siya nasama sa national team before, bakit siya inaasahang mag-lead na itong Arellano Chiefs this year.
Well, I won't really be surprised with Caperal. Sino ba yung coach niya sa, sa bench? Jericho Dinero, one of the best centers of this country. So you could see that perimeter jumper would always be an option for Caperal aside from the great footwork that he's been showing already.
Oh, tough shot by Hernandez. Had two guys on him. Thompson, mabibitawan ng bola. Can't do that. Can't pick it up. It's going to be a dribbling violation. Unfortunate slip there para dito kay Scotty. Well, if bubuhos ka ng 16 and 13, I think forgivable yung turnover every now and then.
Well, hindi pa na niya nakukuha yung feel or yung kumpiyansa in our game. So far, 2 times down the floor. Botched attempts, hindi siya nakakuha ng points on one side. So it will really take time. But you know that this guy is a hard worker. So babalik at babalik niya yung kumpiyansa sa kanya eventually within the game.
Heat check by Caperal won't go. Uh-oh. Halalon almost with a steal. Arboleda sees some daylight, gives it back. Valoria, another 3. This one off left. Arellano will get it and they do what they love to do the most, which is run. Caperal underneath, too ambitious on that drive. Arboleda makakapulot para dito sa altas. Kick out to Holangko, back to Arboleda. It's not pretty but it works.
Perpetual, Arboleda was just waiting down there after a missed shot by Cabral on one end. Transition offense kailangan and transition defense ang kailangan for Perpetual.
Tanga inside, he will lose it. Scotty Thompson delivers. Valoria with a touchdown.
Great execution of that fast break. You could see that no more dribble, mas mabilis ang takbo ng bola kapag pinapasa.
9-4, we have our first time out of the game. Perpetual Health leads by 5 and it's thanks to great defense, unselfishness, leading to easy offense on the other side. Timeout po tayo. Before we continue talking about this particular ball game, bumalik po muna tayo at silipin natin ang naganap. Not too long ago, July 26, 2014, Arellano 97, Perpetual 85 behind the efforts of someone na hindi pa nga nakakapasok sa larong to. Kita Govida 22 and 10 in their first round meeting.
Tandaan natin si Kita Govida is one of those high school players who has scored 80 plus points in his high school career. Pero balikan natin yung statistics a while back. Arellano always bouncing on the fast break opportunities in that game. Kaya sila nakalamang at nanalo in the first round meeting.
At this point, we're joined by the third member of the broadcast team, is Apple David. Go ahead, Apple.
Kapag may tiyaga, may nilaga nga naman. Tulad na lang ng Chiefs kung saan tinaan daw nila sa tiyaga yung panalo nila nung una sila nagkalaban ng Perpetual ng first round. Pero ang sabi ni Coach Jerry Cordillera, this time around, hindi na daw pwede na sila yung magkakabol. Lalo na delikado kalaban. Itong Perps, ang kampo naman ni Coach Eric Del Rosario, may mga baon na bagong plays kung saan mapapago daw na maaga itong Arellano. Para naman daw sa huli, hindi sila yung kakapusin. Nico?
Thank you very much. That's Apple David from courtside. And there's a mutual respect now, Coach, between two teams na when they first joined the NCAA, even dating back to maybe 2-3 seasons ago, if makita mo sa schedule mo, Perpetual Help yung kalaban ko, Arellano yung kalaban ko, pwede ka pumetics sa ensayo, pwede ka mag-relax. Kung fan ka, pwedeng hindi mo panoorin dahil sure win na yung team ko dyan. Not this case, not the case this year, and definitely not the case for each other. There's a lot of mutual respect there between these two teams.
Well, yung nakikita naman natin ngayon, Nico, fast breaks is going to play a major role in the victory of any team. In the first round, nakita natin, Arellano got a lot of those fast breaks, kaya sila nanalo. Ngayon naman si Coach Arik wants them to push the ball and get a lot of easy shots off transition as well.
Both teams tumatakbo dito. Si Levi Hernandez will score off a turnover ng Perpetual Help. At yun, ang paboritong gawin netong Arellano University. Force turnovers, run, get easy opportunities. Arboleda struggles to get inside. Alano is hammered by two guys. At si Prince Caperal po ang mapipituhan.
So that's a problem, Nico. Once your defense gets broken down from up top, pag meron ng penetration, there's a lot of opportunities that the guards would have, most especially off that dish off underneath.
That's another one of the trademarks netong team ni Coach Arik Del Rosario ever since he took over for Perpetual Help. He's always made it a point, whether it's Arboleda, whether it's Alano, whether it's Morogbe, the import they had before. Yung mga 4, yung mga 5 nila, Coach Eric can put it on the floor, can dribble, can break down the defense and create something. They really play a lot of positionless basketball kung tawagin nga natin.
Well, maganda kasi yun eh, when you have, players who can play multiple positions, then it creates a lot of mismatches, especially if the guy guarding them is big and slow. But Coach Arik, how many big guys has he developed in his coaching career in the UAP? No? Makikita mo talaga, Coach Arik has developed so many of these big guys. And even when he went to the PBA, ang dami talaga natulungan ni Coach Arik Del Rosario ng mga players, and I expect that with Perpetual.
14-8, Arellano turns on the press and tries to delay this quick Perpetual offense. Valoria may bola. Now it's with Scotty. Thompson laban kay Gumaru. Thompson, up fake. Gets it over, corner. Arboleda for three, right on target for the triple.
Credit that to Thompson. He's actually drew that defense one-on-one. Nakita niya nagsag yung help. Nakakakuha ka siya ng open shots from the corner.
Gumaru gets baseline, drives inside, and that will be an offensive foul from a three-pointer to a charging foul drawn. Harold Arboleda goes effective on offense, effective on defense on 2 trips.
He's one of the top 3-point shooters. Itong si Arboleda was shooting a high 41% from 3-point range. So right now, talagang yung aside from his contributions from offense, pati sa defense, ang dami rin natutulong ni Arboleda. So it's actually good to see that your best 3-point shooter is actually even sacrificing his body on defense.
Up 9 are the Altas. It's the largest of the ball game so far. Colangcob, as you take a look at the assist story so far. 6-2, Perpetual with a 4-assist advantage. Yun na rin ang bilang ng assist netong si Scotty Thompson as Valoria misses a gimme. Halalon trying to make them pay for it. Stops, pops, 13-footer short. Caperal has it tapped away. Perpetual on the run. Arellano all alone. Touchdown, Altas. It's a bruise and a deuce, a 3-point play opportunity for Justin Arellano.
Nagiging problema ni Coach Jericho Niñera is really that transition defense. Ang dami ng beses nakakakuha ng recovery dito ng Perpetual, which translates to easy baskets on the opposite end.
Take a look at the slow-mo replay brought to you by Smart. Jump into an all-access pass of awesomeness. Jump into Smart. Kukurap etong si Coach Jericho Niñera, sensing the danger so far in this first quarter. John Pinto into the game, Keith Agovida into the game, John C. Holtz into the game. Para samahan etong si Giovanni Halalon. Kasama rin si Alan Enriquez. 7 points already for Justin Arellano. 20 na po ang binubuhos ng Perpetual help. Still 2:53 to go. And that's another turnover here para sa Arellano.
Great defense right there on the post. Arellano, meron pang labas ng dila. He's daring Holtz to really play harder on offense.
Timeout, we'll be back.
We're still watching the 90th season of the NCAA Live Action TV. Well, change is good, lalo na kung para sa ikabubuti ng team. And the biggest change para sa Arellano is their acceptance sa kanilang mga roles and their willingness to sacrifice for their team. And so far, this has been doing great sa kanila at kitang-kita naman yan sa improvement ng kanilang standing compared to the previous seasons. Nico?
Thank you very much, Apple. That's back-to-back steals. That's back-to-back easy, uncontested layups para dito sa Arellano University. And like what Apple was saying, a lot of very potent scorers here para sa Chiefs, but they've accepted that role. But it all starts with defense from them. Example A and B, yung dalawang huli nilang puntos.
Marami talaga nangyayari. Once there's an acceptance of every role for every team player, then nagtutulong-tulong yan, most especially when the chips are down. Ganun ang nangyari sa Arellano. Tayo mo si Coach Jerry, and good things are happening, most especially on the offensive end because of great defense.
4-point burst para dito sa Arellano. They force Perpetual to take a tough 3 via Scotty Thompson, and now they have the ball again. Chance to cut into the lead. 8 po ang hinahabol nila. Halalon, hesitation move, goes inside. Agovida, dudukutin, will be fouled to free throws for Keith.
It's a good cut by Agovida, tapos ginamit pa niya yung kanyang kaliwang kamay to go for and actually get a foul.
First one up, first one down para dito kay Agovida. Quick So far, 5-0 run para dito sa Chiefs ever since that timeout ni Coach Jericho Diniera. Agovida misses on the free throw. Perpetual Help has it. Nagangon may bola. Nagangon, step back three. Tough shot, cleans the rim, goes out. Holtz with the rebound. Halfway in was that shot before eventually rimmed out. Agovida gets inside. Kanya pa rin ang rebound. Pinto has it. Over to Halalon. Calls for a pick. Two-man game with Holtz. Halalon takes it himself. Drops it off. Maaagaw ng Perpetual. Here come the Altas. Thompson. No, it's taken away by Giovanni. Here's Halalon on a 4-on-2. Enriquez will be fouled and Arboleda forced to give it up in a helter-skelter sequence para dito sa dalawang team ito.
That's really what you can get in an NCAA basketball game. There's a lot of hustle, a lot of speed from the players, and lalong-lalo na may nagkamali on one man, you can really expect that there's going to be a transition attack immediately.
Mabilis ang pahinga ni Rick Valoria as he comes in once again para kay Flash Sadiwa. Here's Pinto. A unique specimen of a point guard is John Pinto. Inside to Enriquez. Enriquez will be fouled anew. Kukuha siya ng dalawang free throw.
The veteran smarts of John Pinto. Nanggaling siya on the bench. He's really taking his time trying to set up his teammates in the beginning. But alalahanin natin, in the past, John Pinto can just explode any minute, lalong-lalo na in the second half when he starts taking charge of the ballgame.
Coach, he's a terrible matchup if you're the opposing team itong si Pinto. There's really no one like him in college as far as point guards go. He's not the tallest point guard, but pupusta ako, he's among the strongest with how he's built. Also very quick and deceptively agile itong si John Pinto.
So he can create a lot of mismatches in the point guard or even the two-guard position because of his upper body strength.
Arboleda for three. Right on target is Harold Arboleda, and Perpetual Help needed that to keep Arellano at bay. 8 na ginagawa ni Arboleda so far. Pinto, floater in the lane. John Pinto for two.
We were just talking about John Pinto, pero Arboleda, really a great shooter from three-pointers. He has to be marked by Arellano. He's a dangerous player.
And Pinto forces the steal. He forces an offensive foul here on Perpetual Help.
You know, how can you have a physical specimen in John Pinto, but right here, wide open three, too wide actually. Wala man lang mag-challenge, but here, challenge it all. John Pinto can finish the shot.
Anim hinahabol dito ng Arellano. Holtz for three off the inbound. Right on target is Jonesy Holtz.
Holtz has been watching a lot of FIBA tournaments. You know, he's a big guy who can actually put the ball on the floor and shoot the three.
Holtz with a steal. Perfect pass to Agovida. Touchdown Arellano. We got a one-point game.
Holtz making things happen for Arellano on both ends of the floor.
Junrek off the spin. Shot won't go. Arboleda the rebound. It will stay with Perpetual Help. It's tapped out. 3.5 seconds ang maiiwan sa game clock here in the first period. 23-22. After a high of 11, Perpetual Helps lead now down to 1. Valoria doubled. Desperation heave won't go in Arellano University. Mabagal man po. Huli man po ang gising. Tinanghali man ang bangon. They eventually make it. They make it right on time at the end of the first 10 minutes. They're only down by 1. Second quarter, sa aming pagbabalik.